Posted a video about how I am so glad I stopped breastfeeding, and then I got so many comments asking how I did it. So we quit cold turkey. That's how we eventually stopped. I will say we started weaning first with night feedings, and my husband just started going in and soothing her instead of me going in, because anytime I would go in, she'd want to nurse and be like frustrated that she wasn't nursing. So he did that for like 2 weeks, and my baby wakes up multiple times throughout the night. So he is a huge trooper, and that was a huge help. After that, I started trying to wean daytime feedings, but it was just so hard. She was getting so frustrated, and like she'd get a tooth growing in, or she would get sick, and then I'd be like, okay, I should just let her nurse. And so it just like was not working for us. Eventually I was like so frustrated, but also like so ready to be done. I knew she didn't need it for like nutrients anymore. I needed to be done for my own like sanity and sake, you know? So I decided kind of randomly to quit cold turkey, and I think that was what helped me, is I didn't think too much about it. Second day was definitely the hardest, so we planned it over a weekend so that my husband could be with her all day Saturday and Sunday. I like popped in and saw my baby and stuff, but I just like made plans with my friends and had like kind of a little mom's weekend, and he handled the baby for most of the weekend. Like day 3, she was kind of understanding what was going on. She definitely still was interested, but I could kind of just be like, oh, we're gonna do something else, and like divert her, and she was totally fine. And probably after like, I'd say like a week or 10 days maybe, it was like out of sight, out of mind. Like it didn't even cross her mind anymore. I've seen so many comments being like, my baby's so obsessed with nursing, and like I don't know how to, like she loves it so much, or he loves it so much, I don't know how to stop. I felt that too, and I eventually was just like, this is my job as a mom, is to help my baby transition and do new things. And doing anything new is hard and sad, or like uncomfortable, right? So like when I was talking to my husband about this, I was like, this is really hard, but it is getting her to like the next level and getting like me to a different place. And so while the transition is uncomfortable, eventually the result will be great. It's like going to the gym. Like the first month or 2 that you go to the gym, you're sore all the time and you see almost no results, but you know that there will be results eventually. And as a mom, I feel like it's our responsibility to like shepherd our children through difficult experiences. And this is one of the first ones that are difficult, or like weaning from a passy or sleep training or whatever. All those things are eventually good for your baby. They're just hard in the meantime. And I just kept reminding myself that like, this is going to be great. And it did end up being so great for us. I feel like are even more bonded. And I said this in my first video, I just want to reiterate that my main issue or like stress was that we weren't going to be as bonded anymore. And I couldn't have been more wrong. Having your baby choose to be affectionate to you or love you or chat with you or like just spend time with you without them maybe wanting to nurse is so fulfilling. I also want to say I loved nursing, and I know the benefits of nursing. I will totally nurse any other kids that I'm blessed to have, but it was amazing to make a new transition, and for us both to like learn and grow, and to be able to have supported her through something hard. Like that's going to be the rest of our life. She's going to have so many hard things, and it's my job as a mom, as well as my husband's, to help my baby go through difficult transitions that are good for her. And that was one of those things. Definitely hard. Like there's no baby who's gonna just be like, I mean, there are probably babies like this, but most likely your baby's not gonna be like, yeah, mom, I'm down to stop nursing. It's their only comfort they've known their whole life. That doesn't mean they can nurse forever, and your sanity is just as important as your baby's comfort, and your baby will be comforted in other ways. So yeah, it's hard for a little bit, but it's so freaking worth it. I still think it's the best thing I ever did. And breastfeeding my baby for 16 months was the best thing I ever did.